And again, I would like to say the good evening to everybody. And just now that I have given the a nutshell about the Srinivas Rao Kaveti regarding his practice and regarding his education, and he's a voracious reader, and he completed his law in twice, thrice, or four times also, including the LLM from the Queensland University, and he's a practicing advocate also, and he's the solicitor in the different places as I shown you, and his website is already there, and you can see the website. Here I am scrolling over there a website that this is the website of the Kaveti. Yes, I can share with you also after this class is concerned. Then I will put it in the students' What's group also. Yes, this is about the Srinivas Rao Kaveti. Now I will make it because I know it. It is you know that what why we are commemorating this day. So of course I don't say now only the good evening. Again I will say the later part. Then I will come to the next slide, which I am going to make it out from. Yes, and as you know that the National Legal Service Day, because I want to take the less time for yours, and I will give the chance to our students as well as our guest of honor also, that the National Legal Service Day, that is, we will commemorate because of the National Legal Service Authority is made it over there, because in Act of the 1987, the main aim of this observation is to spreading the legal awareness among the people. It also aims as a means of providing the free legal aid and advice to the poor and a weaker section of the society, so as to ensure the justice for all. Ahead of this observation, let us understand a bit more its history and significance. Then I will cut short to the point. A lot of people don't want to get embroiled in the legalities and often look at the procedure as a mess to deal with. But justice is an important quality that needs to be procured in a society. Thus, the legal service and the facility to use them are of the great importance. The law in India Indian Constitution treats everyone with a fair eye and promote the justice on a basis of equal opportunity. That is what we studied in the Article 14 also. And an observation of this day also promote the idea of the seeking the legal help and the spreading the awareness about the legal system. So this is a nutshell about it. Now I will give the first and foremost chance to the Srinivas Rao sir to say our Namavarapu Srinivas Rao, because his name also, and who is a member of the legal service, the Khammam Legal Service Authority. Sir, now I will switch on to you. Now you can speak. Later, I will give the chance to the students. Later on, that we will give chance to the guest of honor. Yes, sir. Now you speak, sir. Yes, are you hearing me? Whether Srinivas Rao, sir, whether you did not join it because I am calling you. Oh, he did not join over there, because I thought because the Srinivas Rao Kaveti Srinivas Rao two times it is appeared over there. Okay, I was thinking that Namar Srinivas Rao sir joined already there. Of course, he did not join. Sir, with your permission, I will give the chance to our student to say about the today's regarding this day. Yes, anyone who could unmute and can speak. Yes, anyone can unmute and speak.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, welcome, welcome. Please speak.
I am Sharad Babu, who has just completed my law examination recently and waiting the results. So, on this day, I congratulate all the legal luminaries and lawyers for participating in this webinar. So, Legal Services Authority is the brainchild of so many advocates who have strived for this for the justice for all. In the constitution itself, there is 39A, which which directs the state to provide free legal aid to the poor. And also there is Article 21, which also provides uh, right to life for every person. As we all know, India is still a very poor country, where many people cannot afford to have legal aid because of financial constraints. So, in this regard, it was imperative on the part of our great leaders to enact this Legal Services Authority Act in 1987. So after that, many amendments came, and in 1994, again many amendments were made. After that, it came into force from 9/11/1995. So what I want to say here is, Legal Service Authority is providing legal aid to the below poverty line people, and is doing yeoman service for the many people, for the many poor people. So in India, many under trials are languishing in jails without any legal aid. They are deprived of even bail in criminal cases. So for such people, this Legal Service Authority Act provides, it compels the state to appoint advocates for those under trials and give justice to them along with other rich people and middle class people who are getting legal services from other advocates. So I hope, I wish this Legal Services Authority everywhere, which is functioning at central level, state level, district level, and even at taluka level also, many more years, and I hope it will give lot of services to the poor, and I hope all lawyers and future advocates will also join this pious program to give justice to all. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I appreciate Sharad Babu has come forward and then he has given the gist about the legal service authority, what that they did it and what the aim of it for help the poor, those who could not afford it, on that aspect that he made. I request any one of the student to unmute and speak. Quick, unmute and speak. Say your name first, then you start speak. Yes, Sharma Garu. Now our Srinivas Sharma Garu. Now you speak, sir. Regarding something, then I will give the chance to the meanwhile other student. Then the guest of honor will speak later. Unmute and speak, sir. I saw you now, our Srinivas Sharma. Unmute and speak. Why is it taking that much time?
Hello.
Yes, speak, sir.
Sir, Srividya has posted me a message that she will speak. Whether she will speak or not,
Then why she is not unmute and speak? Why she did not unmute and speak it when I gave the chance? Yes, speak, Srividya, speak.
Sir, good evening, sir. I'm Shri Vidya.
Speak.
Completed my final year and waiting for the results. And firstly, I wish you all happy National Legal Service Day, sir. And this National Legal Service Day is celebrated to make people aware of various provision under Legal Service Act. And it aims of celebrating this day is to offer free of
Hello?
charge legal services to people belonging to weaker section of the society. And there is a legal maxim like ignorantia juris non executa, which means ignorance of law is not excusable. Ignorance of fact is excusable, which means if he does not know the law, which is not excusable, but if he does not know the facts, which are excusable, so everyone should know the law and their rights and their duties. So this type of legal services authority has been emerged to spread awareness of the law, and the people who are eligible for national legal services like women and children, and the victims of human trafficking, person with disability. They are eligible for these free legal services. And the aim of the National Legal Service Day is to provide free legal aid and advices, spread legal awarenesses, organize local adalats, and to promote ADA mechanisms, provide compensation to victims of crime, and various institutions like national level, state level, district level, taluka levels, as Sharad Babu said, told, these all were emerged. And this day was enacted and came into force on November 9th, 1955 by Supreme Court Judge Bobde. And thank you, sir.
Yes, Sri Vidya now she has delivered the message regarding the National Service Authority. If any other person wants to make it, we can unmute and we can speak now. Because we are a time shortage, because this is only free services would be there. It is work only to 50 minutes. Unmute and speak if anyone wants to speak.
Very good evening to all of you, sir.
Say your name first.
Myself is G. Srikanth. I am pursuing LLB first year in Maner College. And first of all, happy legal services to do. Happy legal services day to all our fraternity. As we know that poor resides in the own world of darkness. It is mandatory and it's very important because the poor people we have rights and nothing and effective resolution will be there, and also there will be non-litigation which is out of judicial process. Litigation is nothing but a legal settlements through judicial process, and a consultation will be there from legal side which is in a day-to-day life. So my name is nothing but to offer legal aid at free charge in proficient manner to the weaker sections and the poor people of the society.
Yeah, there is a break because
the services are online also. Should be duties. Thank you all.
Yes, it is Srikanth Gurram, but you have to use your microphone. I mean to say, the Wi-Fi is there, then the voice will not be broken because below that you are using the mobile data. Yes, any other person that would like to speak, please unmute and speak. Any other person would like to speak on this occasion, please unmute your microphone, then you speak. Don't use your video because with the video use it now, the signals will be bifurcated. Yes. Sharma Garu, you can make it out. Because these people are did not unmute it. And you can go through it so that I can give the guest of honor chance so that he can speak more.
Now you ask the guest to speak so that we can the other participants they may participate and we will conclude it.
Okay. If such a thing would be there, yes, it's a welcome again to the Srinivas Rao Kaveti, and who is having the form in the different places, and we are proud to be with him. At least we can see him and we can hear him. Sir, you are welcome to the National Legal Service Day, because this is the occasion we got it, and you are welcome to address our students and give your blessings, sir. Sir, welcome to sir.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can all the students hear me now?
Yes, definitely, sir.
Okay. First of all, good evening, everybody. And I think today is also a World Freedom Day, right?
Yes, you are right, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm not mistaken. It's a World Freedom Day too.
Yes,
all
sir.
of the world is celebrating the freedom what we have conferred by the United Nations human rights. It's part of our human right to be free. Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. And Professor, thank you very much for giving an opportunity to talk to your students and students of the law, and that too from Khammam. I'm proud to be a part of your group because I was born in Khammam.
It's very good, sir. Very
I
good,
was
sir.
raised in another from Khammam, sir, and I was born in raised in Karimnagar and lived in Hyderabad and lived in Delhi and then in Australia, Brisbane, and then London, and then Toronto, and then finally settled in New York. So I wanted to share some of my wisdom to the students. I don't know how many people are really interested in coming into the law practice. Can any of the students answer me?
Yeah, because the problem with the muting and unmuting is concerned, sir. Some of them would like to go for the practice. Some of them, they are very much interested, but some of them they did not join also because of the shortage, short notice is concerned. Yes, sir. You can continue, sir.
No, that's okay, sir. Yes, I mean, legal authority, which the statute has come in India, which is a very good one in India. After our independence, I think this is good for the people who are needy and disabled, and people who cannot afford, legal fees. It's like a free legal aid. I guess free legal aid is something different from legal authority. I was checking up on that. Two, we have similar institutions in US. This is called Public Defenders Act in US. When a defender don't have money, they can go to this legal authority and they provide lawyers for litigation and non-litigation matters. And they provide legal assistance for old people and for mentally retired people, disabled people, and stuff like that, I guess. So it's a beautiful legislation in India. The other thing, what I want to share with the students, I don't know whether the students, whoever are there, are able to listen to me.
Yeah, they're listening, sir. They're listening.
Yeah, they can hear me, Srinivas and
Yes, sir, we can hear your voice,
Srividya.
sir.
Sorry?
Say,
We
Vidya.
can hear you, sir. Yeah, we can
We
hear
can
you.
hear your voice,
Sir, we
sir.
are listening.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good, great. Because this is the first time I'm using this software, Cisco Web. I'm used to other softwares. I was, just coming back from a TV studio talking on president elections, and there was questions based on the law because Trump said that he's going to file cases in Supreme Court. So I was sharing my wisdom about the U.S. law and Indian law, the way things happen. How many people are interested in taking this law and going overseas? Is anybody interested?
Sir, you leave your mobile and you leave your email so that the people will contact you, sir. Even I myself also will give them those who wants to go for the higher studies for the USA.
Right. I also, as a students traveling overseas, and because as the professor has said about my background, I have taken this law to another 3 continents, and I'm practicing law in overseas. If anybody is interested in taking the law as a full-time career, I'll be happy to take them on the board, and I'll be happy to be their mentor. I will be happy to guide them and get to where I am in my life. The other thing is, now there's a bar exam now in India too. This is based on the US bar exam because we have bar exam in America and a few other countries. The law exam, bar exam is based on those American system now. So, if anybody's interested in getting some information about taking the bar exam in California, I'll be happy to share the information. If anybody is interested in becoming a solicitor in England, I'll be happy to share my wisdom. If anybody is interested in becoming a lawyer, solicitor in Australia, I'll be happy to assist you guys. And even if you want to become a solicitor in Bombay, I'm sure you guys know what is a solicitor and barrister. Does you guys, anybody know what is the difference between a solicitor, barrister, attorney, and advocate?
Please give the answer. If you know is, if not, you say pass on.
So solicitor is one who helps the state for the legal opinions.
No.
Apart from attorney general.
No. Do you know the difference between a solicitor, a barrister, and an attorney? Do you know
No,
an
no,
advocate?
sir. No, sir.
Okay. This was
Barrister is like specialized in specific.
no, Srividya, no. Solicitors is
Barrister.
another exam. It's basically a chamber practitioners. In Great Britain, we still have this profession. People who practice in the chamber are called solicitors, and people who go to court and argue the cases are called barristers. Now, Gandhi was a barrister. Yeah, he was. That's the reason he used to wear a gown and a wig and used to go. He was asked to come to South Africa to come and argue some cases. He was taken to Africa by Gujarati Muslims to South Africa, to Durban and Johannesburg. He was a barrister. People who go and argue cases in the court are called barristers. People who work in the chamber, in the office, advocate's office, chambers, they're called solicitors. And the attorneys, the synonym of advocate is called an attorney in America. In advocates, we practice law in the chamber. When clients come to us, we speak to the client in the chambers, in the advocate's office. We do research, we draft pleadings, and we draft arguments in the office, and we see the client, and we also file it in the court, and we also go and argue in the court. And that is called advocacy, going to the court and filing and practicing in the court. It's a fused profession now in India. Advocates do both the work, chamber practice and the court work. In England, people who do court work don't practice in the chambers. And people who practice in the chambers, who are solicitors, don't go to court. They do, but there are certain courts they don't allow. Now you understand what is a solicitor and a barrister?
Yes, sir, they got the point now, sir. Because in a two nutshell, a barrister will go to the court and argue the case, but the chamber practice is done by the solicitors.
Correct. In India, we still have the solicitors model in Calcutta and in Mumbai. It used to be there in Madras, but they scrapped it. But in Bombay, they still have the solicitor system, which was introduced by the English people. In Calcutta also. But many people outside Bombay don't know what is solicitors, and there's an exam. See what they have done in Supreme Court. The barristers' job is like senior counsels in Supreme Courts and High Courts. If you see their gowns, the advocates, senior advocates, they have a different gown. The gown is like the barrister. If you see in my website, you see Eric is a barrister. He's my partner.
It is there on the screen now. I shared it.
Yeah, he wears a big and different gown. So, the barristers, you can see them. You have to go through a solicitor. Similar to that, when you want to see a High Court senior counsel, or if you want to see a senior counsel in Delhi Supreme Court, you have to go through an advocate. You can't just go and meet them personally. They don't see clients. They see the advocates, and they see the clients with the advocates. That's the difference. Guys, did you get the distinction? Hello?
Say yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, that's one thing. There's another thing I wanted to share is, I know you guys have your 3 years of law course, and the professor teaches you all of it, and then you go and take the exam, you pass the exam, and now there is a bar exam, you take it and you become an advocate. And there are a lot of things in Indian curriculum they don't teach us, because I also studied my first law degree from Symbiosis Pune. They did not teach me how to do legal research and methodology. Has any of you heard of IRAC principle? IRAC. Did you hear the principle called IRAC principle?
Sir, these people did not have the knowledge of it, but I taught the Iraq principle in the University of Dar es Salaam, where I was teaching as a professor there.
Yes, thank you, sir. So you know, I mean, because you were exposed to the Western education system and you've done your PhD, so I'm sure you would know. See,
Yes, sir.
IREP principle is the first thing they teach us in the law schools. I is the issue. If somebody comes into your office with a legal problem, that is an issue. There is an issue. You listen to a family law problem or a civil law problem and you frame an issue. What is the issue? And then when you know the issue, then you have to apply the law. Let's say somebody walks into your office saying that, okay, I'm walking on the street, a driver came and hit me. So the victim comes to you and say, hey, can you get me a compensation? So what is the issue? This is a personal injury law. Somebody has been injured personally. What law applies? Motor vehicle law applies, or the law, motor vehicle law applies. So that is the law which applied to the issue. And who was negligent? Was the person who's walking on the street was negligent, or the person who's driving a car or a motorbike was negligent? So that is the second issue. Is somebody driving a car or a motorbike drunken, or is he a minor? Does he have a license to drive? These are the issues. And then the fourth issue is the victim crossing the street when there is a red light for the pedestrian. If there is a red light for a pedestrian, that means you cannot walk. If you have a green light for a pedestrian, then you can walk. If somebody is crossing the street when there is a red light, that means the person who's walking is negligent. If the motorbike or a car comes and hits you, then who is negligent? The person who's walking on the street is negligent. That is the issue. So what law applies for this? Motor vehicle law applies. The law of torts applies. Who is negligent? So then you assess the damages and you say which court you have to file. That means you need to know the civil procedure code. You need to know the civil procedural rules. Then you need to know the motor vehicle rules. So these are the laws which apply to the issue. Then you apply to the issue and then you come to a conclusion and tell the client, hey, you can apply to the district court or the motor vehicle court for a compensation. And then the motor vehicle law tells you, and the Court Fees Act tells you what is the court fees you have to pay and how the summons have to be filled. That is there in the civil procedural rules. And after filing the case in the court, how does it come before the judge? When does it come before the judge? How the service of summons or notices are served? And what if the person who is a respondent, and then you'll have to understand who has to be made the respondent. Is the owner of the motorbike is made, or is the driver of the motorbike is made? Who is made the respondent? So all these things comes in civil procedure. So you need to understand this substantial law, procedural laws, and then you have to understand the civil procedural rules are different from CPC, and civil procedure code is different from civil procedural rules, and then court rules, and the Court Fees Act. So by knowing all these law, then you apply to the issue, and then you come to a conclusion as an advocate. Okay, this is the remedy. We have to ask the court. What is the compensation? How much we have to ask the court? So this is the way they teach us IREC principle: issue, a rule, application, and conclusion. For every issue on this earth, there is a law which applies, and there's an application, and there's a conclusion. When you learn this methodology, it's easy for you to practice law. It's easy for you to, bring justice to the clients. Are you guys there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody is hearing, sir.
Okay. So that's the way they teach us in our law schools, That's the teaching in the law schools in the Western world is called Socrates methodology. It's not the professor coming and teaching and we are writing the notes and we are going back to the exam and we are reproducing the same thing. So the Indian system is based on reproduction, We memorize, we come back and write the exam, and we reproduce better. Whoever reproduces better, this is the exam of memorization. And most of the times, most of the women are good, they get good marks because they memorize well. not the boys. That's the reason most of the women, they excel in the exams in India. Why? Because they have good memory. Are you following, Srinivas?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir. We are with you, sir. Because our students are silent because they know it. Silence is gold and speech is silver.
Silence is gold. Huh? Okay. So, I mean, that's the way they teach us, and I can share my wisdom with students some other time. If you give a prior notice to all the students, so I can share some of the differences between the US law, the UK law, Indian law, and Australian law, which is called comparative laws. And because our laws are all 1870s, the contract law, IPC, and everything. So the Western world has changed all the laws because our laws are all framed by the Englishmen. They left all the old English laws in India, and now things are different. So I'll be able to share some of my wisdom, which I picked up from UK and Australia and America, so that you guys can catch up. And further to that, because I did work in Supreme Court of India, and I also worked in High Court and from district courts, so I can share some procedural aspects of all these courts from district courts, High Courts, and Supreme Court. And now I'm practicing international criminal court. I do appear in the international court in Hague and in Geneva and in Switzerland. And I also appear in Supreme Court of America and High Courts of London. So, I'll be able to share my wisdom with you guys. And I request the professor to arrange some other meeting, not with this short notice. Of course, because we spoke in the afternoon.
Yes, sir. Because I told you, no, sir. Yeah, definitely, sir. Definitely, I will take the consensus of the each and everybody. Then a separate topic would be there where we can make the distinction between the different legal systems are concerned. How it will be there from the practical point of view.
Correct, sir. Correct.
Yes, sir. Now the time is 7:34, and now I will switch on to any other person. And if he wants to speak, he can speak it. If not, I will hand over my microphone to Nama Srinivas Sharma, who is a member of the district uh, legal authority. That is, yes, please proceed. Anyone the students wants to speak?
Sir, I am a senior citizen and completed law. How can I give services in the area of law, sir?
In which place? In India or in USA?
Wherever, sir. Wherever in foreign countries also, abroad. Is there any chance for senior citizens who have just completed their law? That I want to seek answer from respected sir.
Professor, Doctor, you want to answer this question, sir, or you want me to?
No. It is for you, sir. It is for you.
Sir, what is your name, sir? The senior citizen, what's your name, sir?
Sharad Babu, sir. My name is Sharad Babu, sir.
Sharad Babu Garu, you can do a lot of things, sir, because law is a very important part of democracy. Manadagara, because every day when you see a lot of people's legal rights have been violated in India, left, right, and center, because ours is a developing nation. People have problem with marriages. People have problem with employers. People have problems with police. People have problems. They want to go abroad and get educated. They want to get visas to go to foreign countries. There are so many areas, the constitutional problems. Every day there is problem with environment, air pollution, water pollution. I see problems 24/7 in India and so you can picture yourself, whichever the consumer area you have, you have so many areas in India where there are problems continuously because our country is a developing nation. So pick up an area. If you want to work with me, I'll be happy to work with you. Pick up an area and then you can work. If you want to be a lawyer also, you can practice law, or you want to do a chamber practice, you want to help people, you can also do arbitrations. You can also do some legal seminars. You can also help people who have problems with the police. You can help people who have problems with their landlord's tenancy. There are so many areas, people who have problems with the revenue department in India. There are so many government agencies you can help people. And
Definitely, I would like to work under the guidance of you, sir.
yes, definitely, I'll help you, sir. You should join me. Take my number and phone number and email. I'll be happy to talk to you. My WhatsApp number is there, sir. Is disclosed.
Yes, I will show you, sir. And I will keep your email and WhatsApp in the public domain so that people can contact you
Yes,
whenever
sure.
they want to have the doubts.
Yes, I can help them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next, any other thing?
You can work from home, and you can start helping people. For law, there is no age. Until we die, we can practice law. There is no retirement for law. Old age people also come into the law practice, and they do extremely well.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your
Extremely well
encouragement.
they can do, but you have to be focused in certain areas. Law is not that just it's a very serious profession, Andy. You have to spend a lot of hours reading and writing, and it's a very serious profession, and it's a serious job. It's not it's a profession. It's a very serious profession, Andy. If you want to take it, you can still do it. You can do very, very well. I have seen lawyers in America becoming lawyers at the age of 65, 70. They became successful. I've seen lawyers in Delhi. They became lawyers at the age of 55, 60s. After retirement from government, they became successful lawyers. I've seen a lot of countries and a lot of places. This needs a lot of dedication. Law requires a lot of dedication. You can do extremely well. You can make money. You can change the world. You can change people's lives. This is the only profession. You can change the life of yourself by making money. You can change people's life. You can change the city. You can change the world. This is the only profession.
Yes, sir.
Professor.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You have given a clear-cut answer also to our questions of the students. I'm very much nice, but one day that definitely that you will be here or you will be anywhere because it's a webinar. We can deal it any place from anywhere. So it's not a problem, sir. I will be act as a liaison officer over there and a mediator, and I will see that the thing should be materialized. Yes, now our Srinivas Sharma, because the time is only 10 minutes left over there.
Okay.
Yeah, please continue.
Okay, sir. Very good evening, all of you. More particularly to the Srinivas ji, Kaveti Srinivas ji. If I remember well, Kaveti Balaya Satram is there in Kasba Bazar. Whether he is related to that persons or I do not know.
No, sir.
But very glad to know that he hails from Khammam. Kaveti Balaya Satram is there. It's a old chowdhury.
Sir,
in
I
Kasba
don't know,
Bazar.
to be honest with you, not really, sir.
Okay,
I
right,
was
sir.
very
We will be in touch. We will be in touch at later time, sir. Because our Hussein Saab is giving your WhatsApp number and other things. We will be in touch with it. Okay.
Sure, sir.
We'll be in touch with regarding our activities. Actually, we thought of conducting in a different way, but when I received an information from our Hussein Saab, you are also joining. You are also sparing time to with our students. We are very glad. Now I want to take you the few lines which are already touched by our Srinivas ji. The main important thing is the scope for the legal service is very broad. It is not limited. It's already explained by our Srinivas ji the difference between solicitor and advocate or attorney. Like the persons who have not are in a position to come to the courts, they can extend their services by doing some somber service. So that is well an opportunity for the senior citizens like our Sarath Babu and our Dr. Sachan Reddy Saab and others like people. And now the important thing, the important concern of this day is it's a legal services authority, National Legal Service Day. Prior to the National Legal Service Authority Act, though it was mentioned in our constitution under Article 19, there was no organized access to the all citizens, more particularly the poor citizens or the needy people to lend the services. After the Constitution of Legal Service Authority Act and the legal service forums. Now the access has been provided to all the citizens, more particularly to the needy people. In fact, before starting this National Legal Service Authority Act, there was a trial basis for conducting the Lok Adalas. When it was success, Legal Service Authority has brought into picture and it was streamlined as an organization. Now, the legal awareness program, it was the main program of the National Legal Services Authorities. Because already Sri Vidya has stated, the ignorance of law has no excuse at all. So, after committing some wrongs or omitting to do something, if he finds fault, that's wrong. So he must be given an awareness about the legal position, what to do and what not to do. So that is the main service activity which can be taken up by our people. That is the main task of Legal Service Authority. And another important thing is the dispute resolution through the traditional way of what we call the judicial disposal. Now, alternate dispute resolution is worldwide. It has got very good recognition now because the burden is shouldering more on the judiciary. Now, the government and courts also they have recognized it, and Section 89 of CPC introduced in 2000 after CPC amendments. So, the importance to the resolution of the disputes through alternate dispute resolution mechanisms. One is the Lok Adalat and other systems of EDR. So that is also the main important activity of the Legal Service Authority. So now the scope of the legal services are not limited to only to the advocate community sitting in the chambers, getting some clients and going to the courts and making some money. That is not only the job. Now the job is very broadened. It is widened now. Now you can opt any field, like whatever Srinivas has said regarding you can sit in the chamber or you can take the legal awareness activities or by conducting seminars or conducting legal awareness programs. So this is how you can do service to the legal service lines. But at the same time, by spending time in resolution of the disputes which came before to you, you can, because nowadays family disputes are more increasing. You can concentrate on the resolution of the family disputes by conciliation mechanism, that is mediation. So that helps the society, that helps to the your conscious, and you can make money also. So this is how now we have to spread the activity of legal service in a different manner. Some people they will have the talent of drafting.
Sorry for the interruption. Sorry for the interruption. Only 3 minutes are left.
Okay, sir. So now we will take another occasion. What are the other types of the extending service to the legal services? We will discuss in a separate forum and a separate platform. Okay. So now with this, I thank Srinivas Kaveti and I thank also our Dr. Sahib Hussain, who has extended their valuable time in organizing this program. And actually, this thought was given by Sahib Hussain to host it. And I congratulate all the participants who have joined in this program. Thank you all.
Let me end my this thing with the Janaganamana and please